Chosen one, have you ever seen someone who looks younger than their actual age and then looked at yourself, wondering why time seems to be moving faster for you? Or have you ever met someone who never seems to struggle financially, while no matter how hard you work, you always feel like you're falling behind? What if I told you that aging and financial struggles are not just physical or external conditions, but spiritual ones? The truth is, some people are unknowingly accelerating their aging and blocking their financial abundance, not because of genetics or circumstances, but because of the energy they carry, the thoughts they entertain, and the burdens they refuse to release. Have you noticed that stress and anxiety carve themselves into your face? That constant worry about the future weighs down your body, making you feel tired, drained, and older than you really are. On the other hand, those who remain youthful and abundant do not necessarily have easier lives. They simply operate under a different spiritual law, one that allows them to flow effortlessly in God's divine abundance instead of constantly fighting against it. They do not chase after youth and wealth, they attract it through their faith, their mindset, and their ability to live without the heavy chains of worry and lack. The question is, which reality are you living in? Have you unknowingly allowed stress, scarcity, and fear to take control of your life, accelerating your aging and keeping financial blessings out of reach? If this resonates with you, comment below, I choose to live in divine abundance. Most people live their entire lives trapped in a cycle of aging too fast and struggling too much because they do not understand this truth. But you are different. You are chosen. You are here to receive this message for a reason. If something inside you is stirring, do not ignore it. Like this video as a declaration that you are stepping into a new reality. Subscribe now to stay connected to the wisdom that will transform your life. And now, prepare yourself, because what I'm about to reveal next will open your eyes to the spiritual forces behind aging and wealth, and how you can shift into a life of youthfulness and prosperity that never runs dry. Have you ever looked at two people of the same age and been shocked by how different they appear? One looks vibrant, full of energy, their skin glowing with life, while the other seems drained, worn down by time, their face etched with worry. What causes this dramatic difference? It's not just genetics or luck. The answer lies deeper, in the weight of stress, financial worry, and emotional burdens that a person carries every single day. If your mind is constantly racing with anxiety about the future, your job, your finances, your responsibilities, it's not just affecting your emotions. It is physically aging you. Stress triggers the overproduction of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Over time, high cortisol levels weaken the immune system, disrupt hormonal balance, drain your energy, and accelerate aging at a cellular level. That's why people who live in a constant state of worry often experience sleepless nights, dull skin, hair loss, and fatigue. Have you ever noticed that after a long period of stress, your face looks different in the mirror? Maybe there are new wrinkles, deeper lines, or an exhaustion that won't go away. This isn't just a feeling, it's a direct consequence of the pressure you've been carrying. But stress doesn't just age you physically, it keeps you stuck in financial struggle. Have you ever noticed that the people who worry most about money often seem to have the hardest time holding on to it? This isn't a coincidence. When your mind is trapped in fear, fear of not having enough, fear of losing what you have, you enter a scarcity mindset. Instead of attracting solutions, you focus on lack, and that lack continues to manifest in your reality. The more you stress about money, the more elusive it becomes. That's why no matter how much some people work, they never seem to get ahead. Their energy is fixated on struggle, not on expansion. Yet, Scripture reminds us that living in fear and worry is not God's plan for us. Can any one of you by worrying add a single hour to your life? Matthew 6 verse 27. Stress does not extend your life, it shortens it. Anxiety does not bring solutions, it blinds you from them. You were never meant to carry these burdens alone. But here's the truth, stress and financial struggle are not meant to define your life. You were not created to live in survival mode, constantly battling against time and money. You were meant to operate from a place of peace, clarity, and divine provision. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that everything you need will come to you at the right time. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing a face free of tension, free of worry, radiating peace and abundance. This isn't a fantasy, it's the natural state of those who shift their energy from stress to faith, from scarcity to divine overflow. What about you? Have you ever noticed how stress affects not just your emotions, but your body and your financial situation? Comment below, I choose peace over pressure, to declare your shift into a life of abundance and renewal. If stress and anxiety accelerate aging and financial struggle, then what is the force that reverses these effects? What is the secret to staying youthful and effortlessly attracting prosperity? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn next will completely change your perspective. Have you ever noticed that some people, no matter how hard they work, always seem to be stuck in financial struggle? No matter how many hours they put in, how much they sacrifice, they still live paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed about bills, never able to get ahead. And then, there are others who seem to attract wealth effortlessly. They are calm, unbothered by financial stress, and somehow, opportunities always seem to find them. Why is there such a stark difference? It's not just about luck, external circumstances, or even the job they have, it's about something far deeper, mindset. People trapped in a poverty mindset unknowingly create a cycle of lack. They believe that money is hard to come by, that financial success is only for the lucky, and that they must struggle endlessly just to survive. These thoughts are not harmless. They shape reality. When someone constantly thinks they are at a disadvantage, that they will never get ahead, that life is unfair to them, their actions begin to align with those beliefs. They hesitate to take risks. They miss opportunities. They expect hardship, and hardship finds them. But here's what most people don't realize, scarcity is not just a financial issue, it's an energy issue. The weight of financial stress does not just sit in their minds, it settles in their bodies. Their posture becomes heavy, their skin loses its glow, their eyes dull with exhaustion. Worry carves deep lines into their faces. The constant anxiety of, will I have enough, ages them from the inside out. But what if this was never how you were meant to live? What if the struggle, the exhaustion, and the endless cycle of stress were never part of God's plan for you? The Bible says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." Psalm 23 verse 1. That is a divine promise. You were not created to live in lack, to chase after money in fear, or to trade your energy in youth just to survive. God's plan is not for you to fight to make ends meet, it is for you to align with abundance, to trust in divine provision, and to step into a life where you attract what you need, instead of constantly grasping for it. The key difference between those who struggle and those who thrive is this: the wealthy do not chase money, they attract it. They do not live in fear of not having enough, they live in faith that everything they need will come to them. Their mindset is tuned to abundance, not scarcity. Their energy is one of peace, not desperation. And because of that, they not only attract wealth, but they also maintain a youthful, vibrant presence that radiates from within. When you stop fearing loss and start expecting increase, everything in your life begins to shift. Your stress levels drop. Your body relaxes. Your mind sharpens. And opportunities start appearing where before, you only saw obstacles. Now, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a cycle of scarcity, unable to break free? Have you seen how financial stress not only drains your energy but physically weighs on you? Comment below, I am stepping into abundance, if you are ready to let go of the poverty mindset and embrace a life of prosperity, renewal, and divine provision. And if you think the wealthy stay young and vibrant simply because of money, think again. There is a hidden secret behind their energy, their glow, and their ability to thrive, one that has nothing to do with wealth itself, but everything to do with how they align their spirit. What you'll discover next will challenge everything you thought you knew. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to work endlessly, sacrificing their health, their joy, and even their relationships, yet they never seem to escape financial struggle? No matter how much effort they put in, wealth always feels just out of reach. Meanwhile, others move through life with ease, attracting opportunities, financial blessings, and prosperity without constant stress. The difference between these two groups is not just hard work, it is understanding how wealth truly flows. Most people have been conditioned to believe that money is something they must chase. They wake up every day worried about bills, about making ends meet, about whether they will have enough tomorrow. This fear drives them to overwork, to settle for jobs they hate, and to operate from a place of scarcity. But here's the truth, anything you chase in fear will always run away from you. The more you believe you lack, the more you experience lack. It's not just about finances, it's about the energy you carry toward money. But those who live in true abundance do something completely different. They do not run after money with desperation, they attract it through alignment. They know that wealth is not about working harder, it's about positioning themselves correctly. Instead of obsessing over income, they focus on serving their purpose, following their divine calling, and trusting in God's provision. And because they do not operate from a place of fear, their bodies remain youthful, their minds stay clear, and their spirits remain vibrant. They do not wake up burdened by stress, they wake up with expectancy, knowing that blessings are coming their way. The Bible says, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, without painful toil for it." Proverbs 10 verse 22, this means true wealth does not come from constant struggle, it comes when you align with divine abundance. It does not mean you do nothing, but it does mean that when you walk in faith and follow your purpose, provision will follow you. Money is not meant to be something you fight for, it is something that naturally flows into the life of those who understand their divine mission. So ask yourself, have you been chasing money out of fear, or are you attracting it through faith? Do you live every day stressed about what you don't have, or do you trust that you are already walking in divine provision? Comment below, I let abundance flow to me, if you are ready to stop struggling and start living in true prosperity. But here's the real question, if you've spent your entire life believing that hard work is the only way to wealth, how do you actually step into this new mindset? If financial stress has aged you, how do you shift your approach to wealth so that it brings both prosperity and peace? The answer is simpler than you think, but it requires a powerful shift in your belief system. Let's explore that next. Have you ever noticed that those who constantly live in frustration, anxiety, or bitterness not only struggle financially but also seem to age faster? Their faces carry the weight of stress, their energy feels heavy, and their finances always seem to be in chaos, no matter how hard they work. This is not just a coincidence. Emotional instability leads to financial instability, and both accelerate the aging process. If you cannot master your emotions, you will struggle to master your finances, and eventually, this burden will reflect in your health, appearance, and overall quality of life. Many people make financial decisions driven by emotions rather than wisdom. When they feel stressed, they spend impulsively in an attempt to comfort themselves, shopping unnecessarily, indulging in unhealthy habits, or making reckless financial choices that provide temporary relief but long-term instability. Others allow fear to dictate their financial mindset, clinging to money so tightly that they block the natural flow of abundance. They operate from a scarcity mindset, constantly fearing loss instead of stepping into the faith-based confidence that wealth is meant to be a flow, not a stagnant possession. But look at those who seem to remain youthful, financially secure, and full of peace. What is their secret? It is not just luck or circumstance, it is the ability to master their emotions and align themselves with the principles of divine abundance. They do not let external events control their inner state. They approach money with discipline and patience, making wise investments, seeking long-term growth rather than short-term gratification. Most importantly, they trust in God's provision, not in their own fears or impulsive reactions. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 21 verse 20, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." This verse is more than just about saving money, it is about the principle of stewardship. Those who allow their emotions to control their financial choices will always find themselves in lack, constantly running on an exhausting cycle of earning and spending. But those who understand that money is a tool, not a master, position themselves to receive not just financial wealth, but also peace, stability, and longevity. Think about your own financial patterns. Do you spend money out of wisdom or out of emotion? Have you ever let stress, insecurity, or impulse dictate your financial decisions, only to regret them later? It's time to take control. Comment below, I choose financial wisdom, if you are ready to shift your mindset and start building a life of abundance and stability. But there's something even deeper. What if the way you handle money is directly linked to your ability to remain youthful and vibrant? What if financial stress is not just affecting your bank account but also your physical body, draining you of energy and accelerating the aging process? The connection between wealth and youth runs deeper than most people realize. Let's uncover this hidden truth together. Have you ever met someone who seems to flow effortlessly through life, adapting to every situation with ease, never appearing burdened by stress, financial hardship, or the weight of time? These people don't just survive, they thrive. They do not resist change, they embrace it. They understand that God's blessings are not found in clinging to what was, but in stepping boldly into what will be. On the other hand, those who resist change, who hold on to old ways of thinking, who fear uncertainty, often find themselves trapped in cycles of struggle, aging prematurely, weighed down by financial worries, and disconnected from the flow of abundance that God has designed for them. True abundance and youthfulness are not about staying the same, they are about staying open. The world is always shifting, but God's plan for you is always leading forward. When you align yourself with His divine timing and direction, you begin to see that change is not something to fear but a doorway to new opportunities, new prosperity, and renewed strength. The people who remain youthful, both in energy and spirit, are the ones who do not fight against life's currents but learn to navigate them with wisdom and trust. They know that God has already paved the way, and instead of resisting, they move with faith, knowing that each shift brings them closer to His greater plan. But those who fear change, they cling to past failures, outdated beliefs about money, or habits that no longer serve them. They try to control every aspect of their life, believing that if they hold on tight enough, they can prevent discomfort or loss. Yet, ironically, this very fear creates stagnation, in their finances, in their energy, and in their ability to receive new blessings. Isaiah 43 verse 19 reminds us, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." God is always working, always renewing, always guiding you towards something greater, but only if you are willing to let go of the old and make room for the new. Look at your own life. Do you trust the process of divine change, or do you resist it out of fear? Are you open to the blessings that God is trying to send you, or are you holding on to a version of your life that no longer serves you? The people who stay young and attract financial abundance do not fight change, they prepare for it. They position themselves to receive, rather than struggle to control. Have you ever felt that you were stuck simply because you were afraid to take a leap of faith? Have you ever ignored an opportunity just because it required you to step outside your comfort zone? If this resonates with you, comment below, "I embrace God's new blessings." But here's what separates those who merely wish for abundance from those who truly live in it. The most successful, vibrant, and financially free people do not wait for the perfect moment to come to them. They create space for God to move in their lives. How? By practicing one of the most powerful principles that allows them to thrive no matter what happens next. Let's uncover that secret now. Have you ever looked at someone and wondered why they seem to defy time, why their face radiates youth while others, even those younger than them, seem burdened by the weight of life? Have you noticed that some people struggle endlessly, always chasing money, opportunities, or happiness, yet never truly finding them? What if I told you that youthfulness and abundance are not just random blessings but direct reflections of the way you think, live, and align yourself with God's divine plan? Many people unknowingly speed up their aging process and block their own financial blessings simply because they are living outside of their purpose. They wake up every day with anxiety, trapped in the exhausting cycle of chasing wealth, seeking approval, and fearing the future. They spend their time worrying, trying to control everything, feeling like they must work tirelessly just to survive. But here's the truth: it is not effort that brings abundance, and it is not struggle that preserves youth, it is divine alignment. Those who are constantly running, striving, and forcing their way through life without trust are the ones who carry the deepest wrinkles, not just on their faces but in their spirits. Contrast this with those who walk in faith, those who release control and trust that God has already paved the way for them. These are the ones who, even as years pass, seem untouched by time. They do not waste their energy on fear because they know God is their provider. They do not exhaust themselves chasing money because they understand that financial abundance is simply a byproduct of living in alignment with their divine purpose. They do not let stress rob them of their vitality because they walk with certainty, knowing that everything they need will come in the right season. The Bible says in Matthew 6 verse 33, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Do you see the pattern? The ones who live in pursuit of money, status, or external validation will always feel like they're running on empty. But those who put God first, who walk in faith, surrender their worries, and focus on their calling, are the ones who naturally attract everything they need. Now, I want you to ask yourself, are you unknowingly making life harder than it needs to be? Are you caught in a cycle of stress, fear, and exhaustion? Or are you truly walking in faith, allowing the blessings of youthfulness and abundance to flow effortlessly into your life? If you've ever felt like you are constantly chasing but never quite reaching what you desire, it may be time for a shift. It may be time to stop chasing and start aligning. When you step into your true purpose, you will realize that you don't have to force anything. What is meant for you will come with ease. Take a deep breath, let go of the weight you've been carrying, and trust that God has already prepared a path of abundance for you. If this message resonates with you, comment below, "I release struggle and trust in divine abundance." Because the moment you surrender, the moment you stop fighting and start flowing, that's when everything begins to change. And now, as we move forward, let's uncover the final truth, the ultimate connection between spiritual alignment and the unshakable flow of wealth and vitality. You don't want to miss this. Think about this. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to age so gracefully while others, despite their best efforts, appear worn down by life? Have you noticed how some struggle financially no matter how hard they work, while others seem to effortlessly attract opportunities and wealth? This is not a coincidence. True youthfulness and lasting abundance are not achieved through endless effort, stress, or luck. They are divine blessings that come from within. If you want to preserve your youth and live in financial overflow, you must start from the inside. You must release yourself from the weight of stress, negativity, and financial fear. Worry ages the soul before it ever touches the skin. Anxiety about money creates a cycle of lack that becomes nearly impossible to escape. But those who trust in God's divine provision live in a different reality. They do not carry the burdens of the world on their shoulders. Instead, they walk in faith, knowing that God has already designed a path of abundance for them. The Bible reminds us in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." God's plan has never been for you to struggle endlessly or to live in fear of not having enough. His desire is for you to prosper, to walk with confidence, and to receive every blessing He has stored up for you. But in order to receive, you must let go. Let go of fear. Let go of doubt. Let go of the belief that you have to force everything into place on your own. Now is the time to step into the divine flow that has been waiting for you. Open your heart, shift your mindset, and trust in the abundance that God has already set aside for you. When you do this, you will notice a change, not just in your financial life, but in your energy, your health, and even the way you carry yourself. The weight of stress will lift. Opportunities will come with ease. And you will begin to experience a level of peace and prosperity that can only come from being aligned with your purpose. So now, I ask you, are you ready to release the struggle and step into the overflow that God has prepared for you? If this message speaks to you, declare it boldly in the comments, I step into God's divine flow. This is not just a statement, it is an act of faith. Because the moment you choose to walk in alignment with God's plan, everything else will follow. And as we close this journey, take a deep breath, feel the weight of stress lifting from your shoulders, and know this, you were never meant to live in struggle. You were created for abundance, for joy, for youthfulness that transcends time. Walk forward in confidence, your blessings are already waiting for you.